Hi everyone, thank you for joining me at Tarot today. So this is going to be a pick a card reading about if they miss you, if the person on your mind misses you, maybe kind of a little bit about what they're thinking about, messages they have for you. Pick the pile you're most drawn to. You may be drawn to more than one pile, which is fine. Listen to the different messages and find the one that you resonate with. They are general messages, so take the things that fit and leave the rest behind. So we have the first pile, which is this kind of reddish heart. The second pile, which is a violet purple heart, kind of like crown chakra color. And the third pile, which is a blue heart. Okay, so just take a moment, try to think about the person on your mind, and maybe the person on your mind that you really want this question answered might not be the person you think of most rationally, but just let it flow through you and it'll become clear. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so it's going to be for this pile, red heart. So from the tarot, let's see what we have first. We have, oh wow. Okay, so we're starting here. We'll pull just a few cards and see kind of what the message is. This is the Two of Cups here at the start. So yes, I think this person, for those of you who are drawn to this particular set of cards, they certainly do miss you. There does seem to be a little bit of a story. Let's just tune into the energy of the cards. This person misses you. They miss the connection you had, the affection or love or friendship that you guys shared. They miss the way that you let them take care of you, or the way they felt kind of safe and nurtured around you. I feel like they could be themselves with you. They miss a little bit of that. They miss being able to flirt with you potentially, and even if it's not a romantic necessarily connection, they miss kind of the lighthearted moments. Maybe you guys had funny little kind of shared jokes or little immature type of moments where you connected with each other at different levels. I'm hearing like kind of like that feeling of feeling like comfortable and at home with someone. However, I also do see that this person or you or somebody, they turned away from this connection, and they did it in a way that left the other person a little bit confused and bewildered, or just not, it just didn't add up. Things didn't make sense. If you had a chance to speak to this person in the meantime, or maybe you were going through your thoughts about what happened, it looks like that this person pulled away potentially to kind of look after themselves and figure out some things about their own life and their own happiness. Again, the energies could be reversed, so take it as it resonates. They might be someone who, although can appreciate this connection that they had with you and appreciates you as well, and has at times made you feel valued, they might be someone who still has things that they're trying to figure out in their own lives. And whether or not they're self-aware about that isn't quite clear here, but I'm getting a sense like they might not be fully actualized on that account yet. And that could have really hurt you as well, that they kind of put their needs a little bit ahead of yours when the time came for this decision to kind of do something that either hurt you or you guys pulled apart, or there was a separation or whatnot. They do want to make you happy, though. I think they do in their thoughts, in their minds. They might be someone who sometimes doesn't always think about putting the hard work in or the effort in. I don't think that they're not capable of it, but it just might be someone who has to understand that the proof is in the pudding. Like your actions show what's happening. But this person does miss you. I don't know if they fully realize how much you might miss them, if this is the case, or how you feel if it's you don't miss them. But that's just because like they just think about themselves first. That's not to say they don't think about you, but I think they think about themselves first. But they definitely do miss you. So let's see. Let's get some message cards. Oh, okay. So we have I believe you. I'm terrified of you. Your face haunts me day and night. I'm battling my demons now. Oops, sorry. I think that speaks to whatever happened in terms of what pulled the two of you apart. Or why there's a separation or a pause in this connection. So this terrified, I think this has to do with them not really wanting to look at the facts of what happened. So this, I think somewhere in their 5D, like energetically, they know that this has helped clarifying that card a little bit, that something here happened. And they could have also pulled away because they didn't want you to put you through that. They might be more of a happy-go-lucky person. Let's see what these other ones are. Sometimes I wonder if saying I'm sorry is enough. Interesting. Sometimes I stare at my phone and become stuck. I'm ready to take my mask off and be real with you. Okay, and we also have, I've been thinking about how I can fix things between us. Okay, yeah, so I'm seeing this now. So this person on the outside, yes, they miss you. They think about the good times. They might be a little bit lighthearted. They might be someone who has emotions. Maybe you guys have had some conversations, but they have a little bit of trouble, or they're reluctant to maybe always dive into their deeper emotions when push comes to shove. But somewhere energetically, they're aware of something. You guys might have had an argument or a different way, not even an argument, a different way of seeing things, different expectations. You might have left feeling, or they might have left you feeling like, they didn't understand you, but I think they do, is what they're trying to say. They do, deep down inside, they do know you and believe you. Oh, I just realized these cards can't be seen very well. Put this here. So I think that they are apologetic also for something of how this went down between the two of you, or this separation or this time apart. They are thinking about how to fix things with you. There might be something that they have a hard time, or they're reluctant to tell you about. I think that they think that there's something about themselves, or something that, some baggage that they're carrying that you might not be responsive to, or they're scared of sharing that with other people. But I don't actually think it's as big of a deal as they think it is. And I think they don't realize that you would actually be accepting of it. And they're wondering about that. They're realizing that maybe you would be more accepting of them than they gave you credit for. So in their thoughts, we see them thinking about what to do, wondering if sorry is enough, wondering how they can fix things, thinking about the actions that they're aware that they need to be more real with you, they need to be more vulnerable with you, open up. But they have some things that, some skeletons in their closet, but I really don't feel like they're as big of a deal as they think they are. Because they haven't processed these things themselves, and that's why they can't, they're maybe making it seem like in their mind, their issues or their happiness or figuring out what direction they want to go in their life is a bigger deal to them than it might be to outside people. But you have to be right with yourself, right, before you can be with others. So I think that's what's happening here. So in general, yes, this person does miss you. They're energetically thinking about it. I think there's a slow movement towards realizing what's gone on and amends they want to make. They certainly want to make amends. You see that here. The question is just, will they have the maturity that you need of them to do it? So let's see if we get a... So for kind of an oracle or a advice just for the situation as it stands right now, these energies are for right now. Things could change. Conclusions are within full reach. So we just... yeah, well, we had some kind of an eclipse. I think you're confused by their confusion. Sometimes you guys get glimpses of each other, and you think about the path forward, a little bit of 2 steps forward, 1 step back, kind of change that a little bit around. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. I think actually, because of the way I said it, I think this connection is going, the universe supports this connection fixing itself and moving in the right direction, but everyone has to be ready and on board and do the hard work when that time comes. But conclusions are within reach. So some things, this isn't going to go on forever. I feel like before this summer there's going to be some clarity regarding the situation. So if you're feeling some pain and hurt now, that's going to subside. You're going to have a little bit of the answers you need and be able to take a direction either towards or away from this person or a break. But they do miss you. Okay, so that was pile. The first pile, the red heart. We'll move on to pile 2. Okay, so for pile 2, which is this violet purple heart, let's see what happens, what we have for pile 2, the purple heart. Okay, does the person miss you? Okay, well, there's certainly, you're on their mind. If you have social media or whatnot, they are, watching you, potentially keeping track of you. If not, they'll be looking over old text messages. You're on their mind. They're trying to decipher something. They're thinking about, okay, interesting. They're thinking about coming towards you, but this is slow moving. You might be, oh, wow. Okay. Let's break this down. You might be wondering what's happening. I'm feeling like they've always been a little slow about things. They might, they might be someone who's fast, potentially with words, but slow with actions or something like that, some kind of variation like this. You're on this person's mind. I think there was a lot of potential. You both saw potential in this connection, or you were working towards, feeling like you guys were, going to be able to achieve a lot more in this relationship or connection. It was like on the right path. It was on the right track. That itself might have been slow moving. I'm feeling like for some of you, though, that didn't fully transpire. For others, it might have. For others, this might be, a more solid connection that fell apart. Actually, okay, yeah, so I'm getting 2 messages here. So for some of you, this might have been like a solid, like established connection or union or marriage or whatnot, or even like a friendship, actually. Yeah, I'm suddenly getting that as well. But, and then something happened here. And petty arguments, focusing on the wrong things. Someone was led astray. They might have literally had some addictions, but they entered into some unhealthy behavior that I don't think actually had to do with the connection itself. And for those of you where it was more about going in that direction, the path, the same thing stands at, there could have been words said, misunderstanding, but a misunderstanding because this person is just, I don't know, they kind of sabotage the situation themselves. So let's pull the cards, because I feel like this is kind of clarifying a little bit of the tarot. So we have, I feel so strongly, I can taste your essence. I'm electrified by you. There could have been a very strong passion in this connection at some point. I will do anything to bring you happiness. Yes, there was some intensity here. I miss you more than you know. I'm going to pull them all right now. I'm scared. I get too nervous. I'm learning to open my heart. I'll make it up if you let me. I promise you that I'm going to be better. So let's move these this way. I need more time to heal and love myself. So, what was this one? I need more time to heal and love myself. Yeah, I think this was more something to do with them. You might have even felt a little bit caught off guard, not fully understanding, you know, the things, you know, maybe they were starting arguments with you, or they were just like they were pulling at your energy or something. You might not have fully understood why, and you might have felt like you were trying to understand why they weren't really letting you in. This was there was certainly a very strong connection here. At times it might have been quite passionate. This person, so we asked, do they miss you? I miss you more than you know, which is interesting because these cards themselves, you know, are kind of speaking to a lot of different messages and little flat glimpses and flashes of, you know, how this person feels. But at the end, they miss you more than they know. It's almost like when you have like a pile of, you know, clothes on the floor or something, and you have just all this other clutter in your head. But at the end of it, at the bottom of it, like, they do miss you. They want to make you happy. They feel connected to you. There was passion in this connection. But something went wrong. They might have made a mistake, or they might be just a little bit embarrassed about the mistake they made, or kind of a little bit, you know, they're having a hard time admitting that, being able to have that open and honest conversation. I'm not sure why. You know, potentially could be ego or just pride, or just, you know, how we naturally feel about things, or even the thing that, you know, if some of them did something, you know, that they don't want to really share with you. I feel that the unhealthiness, that this person's aware that that's on them and not on the connection. For a small percentage of you, they might feel that however they started to behave was causing this, like causing the connection itself to get a little bit unhealthy. But I think that this person realizes that ultimately they're the cause of it. They're not in the best energy right now, which is also why they might not be wanting to come forward. They might feel like they're gonna say the wrong thing, ruffle your feathers. They still have a lot of like hyper energy in them, or angry energy, or not angry. They still have a lot of like someone who might be a bit temperamental, who might still get a bit irritated. They still have that irritable energy, but they want to move slower. Naturally, they like to move slow. They prefer things when they're calm and balanced, which is also why for them especially, having an uneasy atmosphere or an unsettled like vibe is kind of affecting them more. I think they also are upset that they are missing you and that they feel so strongly about you. This might be one of these people who are trying kind of to like force themselves not to think about how much they miss you and love you or care about you. But that's something they're going to have to work through. So let's see what we have in the... Okay, wow. So we have surrender to the divine, full moon. So I think, yeah, given the cards we have here, I think that this is really about them, and there's not much you can really do but take care of yourself, you know your boundaries and limitations, and also what you can offer when this person comes back whole and right. You know, they're not going to be perfect, they might be broken, but as long as there's sincere desire to, want to work on whatever happened between you two. And if you feel that way too, of course you have free will, then, I think the universe is just saying, then we'll see where it goes from here. Don't try to think about it. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Don't go over little things you said or didn't say. Try to stop that recording in your head of reviewing everything. I think there's a little bit of like, this had to happen for this person. And this is divinely protective. If it's meant to come back to you, it will. They do miss you. They had genuine intentions. I think they still do. It's just a matter of how free will and the decisions they make are going to play out. So this moon is really shining with the glare of the light too. So maybe by the next full moon, so when this is a timeless reading, but whenever you find it, you will feel some release within yourself, or they will also get some clarity. They'll be able to see what they know and don't know yet. This is a work in progress for those who picked this pile. Okay, so that was that pile. The purple heart, pile 2, so let's move on. Okay, so the final pile for this reading is the blue heart. I don't know if you guys can hear the noises outside. Let's see. Hopefully not. I don't think so. Okay, so for pile 3, the blue heart. Does this person miss you? 2 majors. 3 majors. I don't think we had this many majors in the other 2. We have more what? 4? Oh my goodness. Okay, so pile 4, or 3, sorry. 4 majors. Okay, finally. So you have 4 major arcanas here. So this again also, they're all strong connections, but this is also a very strong connection. Yeah, so this person does miss you. This pile, or the ones who picked this blue heart, this person is it's a bit different than the other 2 piles, is where they're already, they've kind of, if there was shadow work involved, or if there was, demons or that uncertainty, because sometimes even just uncertainty, not making a decision, can be kind of feel demonic. Those have been dealt with, I think, for this person. This person has undergone or is in the process of going through those updates. This is a part of your and this person's soul connection, soul journey. This person might be a little bit rigid. It's not from the cards, I just got that in the words I was using at times. Okay, but anyway, yes, this person misses you, and they're already planning, thinking, both, within the 3D and 5D, how to come back towards you. They're aware, though, that everything is not going to be perfect. I think that's the biggest realization for this group, is that they're willing to take that risk. They're willing to try to have trust again if trust was lost. This could also be, this is interesting, I've had this happen in a few reads, where I think this might be a progression even from the first 2 piles. Like it's this kind of the same story, but at different points in time. Like from pile 1 to pile 2 to pile 3. But this person, because there was some element of, trust being ruptured a little bit in the first 2 piles, or just confusion. But I think this person, if they're not in your energy yet, they believe, and the universe is saying that timing is going to connect the 2 of you together. They think very highly of you. I think they realize that they have to they're feeling like they have to put in the right amount of effort. They have to show you that they're worth your time and energy. They have worked on themselves. They feel better about themselves. They feel better about what they can offer you. And they actually, in this pile, unlike the other 2, which is where we were kind of looking at just you know, do they miss you and what they're going through. I think this person does. Absolutely. They miss the connection more than they miss you, meaning you're part of that connection, but it's a little bit more elevated. And there's potentially a little bit of wanting to reconcile. Let's see the message cards to help clarify. You're a diamond of immense strength and beauty. I'm so sorry for not giving you the time and attention you deserve. See, this person's already kind of understanding like their own feelings about this. You are my dream come true. I'm shocked at your existence. Suddenly I feel like they've suddenly made, oh, actually I just got this, that maybe like kind of what sparked you to in the beginning when you first felt really connected to this person and drawn to this person, they're being reminded about this and you are worth fighting for. Yeah, they've realized that this is that this is something they want, and that's really important for that, you know, both people have to know. Now that's something you have to figure out too. Is this something you want? And maybe you do. I hate the distance between us. It doesn't feel good. So some of you might be at a physical distance, but clearly the emotional distance is there. Also time, the time distance. The thought of you with someone else drives me insane. So they've been wondering what's going on with you. Maybe you are with someone else, or they're worried you are. This could also be you thinking about that with them, which shows that even if you are in different connections, that you really still have their heart. My heart is yearning for you. I just said heart. Yeah, their heart is still yearning for you. You make my heart skip a beat. I get butterflies when we talk, whenever we talk. So if you guys have started talking again, and if they've been playing it cool or not, they get very excited. For those of you who maybe you haven't talked to them in a while, they've been thinking about it, and they're like excited about the thought of it. They've really realized your worth. We have like the Empress here. You know, they can't believe how amazing you are. They know that you're worth fighting for. And they get excited around you. The butterflies are coming up, that early energy of when you first meet someone and you're kind of falling for them. We have that kind of energy. Yes, this person misses you, but they miss you like in a really positive, healthy way. And they even if they either are taking actions or have made attempts to come back to you, and if they haven't, they have the faith and the belief now that you guys, there's some destined path for your paths to cross again in whatever form. I do think they want to reconcile though, here as well, and in a positive way, and make you happy and have good times and grow with you. There's some of you, there could be some issues about, depending on where you were in your connection, about talking about the kind of family you would have in the future, or, you know, the hopes that you might have had for that, or, you know, children and things like that. Let me just look in this. This person seems more aware of whatever their role was in kind of in the reason for the distance between the two of you. They also think that you're very strong. If they either told you that, or maybe you wondered if they realize that you've put up with a lot in your own life as well as in this connection and with them, and that you're kind of everything. You have grace, beauty, and strength, and all this. They're really respecting the whole package. Respecting. Let's see what we have. Meditate and contemplate. Pisces energy. You know, what I'm getting from this is that at some point in the next, I was going to say the next year or the next few months, at some point, you're going to be the one who's going to be making a decision. Feels like their energy is shifting towards knowing that they miss you, wanting to come back towards you, wanting, or even if you guys are together, wanting this to grow into a more positive space. And it's going to really be on you to think about whether this is something you want, whether they have made the amends or they've done the work you need them to do to make sure this is a fulfilling connection. Yeah. Let me just see one thing. Are they going to... I know I didn't pull this for the other cards, but let's see. Yeah, okay. I just was curious because based on the oracle, it's possible that you have some strong expectations of, not strong expectations, you in this time that maybe you haven't felt as connected to this person, you have started to grow a little bit more and realize the things you want, need, deserve, and so have a clear sense of what those are. Meaning if you want more higher levels of commitment, or if you want, you know, better communication, whatever it is that you want, need, and deserve for the health of this connection, really think about those things and be ready with those things. So when the opportunity comes to grow this connection again and to have it keep developing, that you never find yourself again feeling that you, you know, didn't say or do what you wanted to do, or that, you know, you have a clear path of, you know, knowing what your healthy, the well-being, the well-being for yourself in this connection. But yeah, so pile 3, blue heart, this person misses you, and it looks like they're made a decision to come back your way. Okay, so thank you for joining me today. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment below. And hit the notification bell, and you can be informed of when I go on live and try to answer individual questions. Okay, take care, everyone. Have a good day. Don't have a bad day. Have a very good day. Take care. Bye-bye.